Hello guys, and welcome to another video. This is Nikki Key and I am bringing you another video. This one is about the solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, which is happening on the 30th of April, the last day of April. Now, this solar eclipse is one of the first for Taurus. The last one was like 18 years ago. So obviously, if you guys are old enough to look back on what happened then, and you know, with solar eclipses, they are about new beginnings that's going to be happening. Actually, a very powerful time. And I'm going to be doing, I've pulled out some cards for all of the signs as usual. You know me, I love pulling out for you guys. So yes, this solar eclipse it actually can feel powerful. A lot of us can actually feel it before it's actually happening, like a month before, or even like now, or even on the day. But it does last for 6 months. So if you don't see anything happening now, it can happen, you know, between now and 6 months time. Now, you know, even going with like the Taurus theme, this is about when it concerns with our money, our self-worth, the food that we eat as well. There has some planet conversations with Uranus, which is in Taurus. So there's going to be obviously some changes that's going to be happening when it's concerning all of these themes of Taurus. This solar eclipse is asking us to look at when it comes to our self-care regimes. And it can feel quite slow for a lot of us, but because Uranus is involved, things can be sped up really quickly. And I feel that there's going to be loads of like changes physically, emotionally, mentally. There's also going to be some changes that's going to be happening concerned with like our, you know, our value system, our, like again with our food, but also on the physical level as well. So there can be physical changes when it comes to like our body. There can be physical changes when it comes to like our personal life and all of these Taurus themes. I've actually done not a long video, a bit of a short video on the eclipse energies between now 2022 until July 2022. So check out that video. I'll put the link below so that you guys can get the feel of what's going to be happening when the eclipses happen in Taurus and Scorpio. In a couple of weeks' time, we have another eclipse that's happening with in lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So that's going to be very powerful. Also, again, life-changing. It can be a time of like deep, powerful releasing, which can really unsettle us. But this one is going to like ground us in a way where we're going to be like more or less brought down to earth in a good way or even in a bumpy way. Whenever Uranus is involved, there's just going to be so much sudden shocks and releases and realizations, and also lots of like eureka moments. So yes, and I've also, again, I've done a full podcast on the energies of April, and I speak about this eclipse as well a bit more in depth, and I've also pulled out a card for this. Another thing I want to say about this eclipse is that the energies of the 30, which adds up to 3, and it is the Empress card, which is of the divine feminine. The Empress card is asking us to really look within. It's guiding us to feel our hearts, but also keep ourselves, try to remain grounded, keep ourselves grounded. This is going to be a time we're going to be really looking at how we're actually treating ourselves, how we're treating the earth, how we're treating our bodies, how we are treating ourselves in things that we love to create, that we love to do. This energy is bringing us to, it's grounding us, but it's also bringing us a self-awareness of, and also questions of, what do I love? What do I need to let go of? What am I holding on to? Because this energy is going to be showing us what we are holding on to, whether it's materialistic, like when it's greed, whether it's our emotions, whether it's people, things, because there can also be a time during this eclipse that, especially the Empress card, that we're going to have to be really honest in what we are clinging onto as well. Even it's holding, but it's also clinging onto. Are we also clinging onto old ideals? It's also going to be showing and guiding us to be open to new themes that are going to be coming into our world, coming into our senses, because this eclipse is about our senses too. And you know, if you guys, you know, a lot of us do say, you know, don't do any rituals during the eclipse season, because this is eclipses, things actually eclipse out of our lives, and there's going to be new powerful things that are coming, especially because Uranus is here. There may be things that we are very much trying to have set in stone, and it can change in a whim. So that's one of the reasons why I say there can be some shocks along the way, because it's going to be shaking us up from the ground upwards. Okay, and with the Empress card as well, this is going to be a sort of like it's going to be a softening of the blow which is going to be happening during this time. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I've just pulled out some like energy cards, and the first card is reconciliation. Now these are oracle cards. These are like oracle romance angel cards, and my feelings and my heart was actually singing to, because I actually pulled out other cards, but something was saying to me it has to be about love, because Taurus is ruled by Venus and is about creativity, but it's also about love. It's to do with money as well. So the first card we have is reconciliation. It's saying that someone from the past is going to return back from our lives. So yes, during this eclipse season, someone from the past could come back to our lives. Someone that we knew probably 18 years ago. Someone that was, you know, because Taurus it's quite a nostalgic. It's quite a nostalgic sign, you know. It sticks to what it knows. It's very grounded, very earthy. So reconciliation, yes, someone from the past can come back. It can come from the bolt of the blue, but also I feel with reconciliation is that you're going to sort of like reconcile with an old belief to a new belief, because remember Uranus is involved. So you're going to reconcile like the heart with the mind, the body and the soul, but also reconcile that, okay, these are my old belief systems, but I'm also going to try to have this new belief system so that I can be a bit more balanced. I can also be a bit more grounded. So yeah, it's about opening up to things that are going to be coming back from the past and seeing if it worked. Even though it worked then, can it work now? And if it's not working now, what can I do? What can I bring, like something brand new to the table as well? Second card we have is wedding. Ooh. So it says this situation does involve, you know, again, wedding. So some of you can get married during this eclipse season. Remember, these are love cards. You can get married, but also it actually does feel a bit like a romantic time. There could be shocking proposals. There could be a sudden realization of, oh, I actually really love this person. I actually want to be with this person, or I actually really want to, you know, commit for the long term, commit for the long haul. And it could be a woman asking a man to marry them. You know, things can actually change now. So yeah, so weddings can definitely come up now, guys. There could be also some celebrations that come up as well. You're celebrating an old you and bringing in a new you. The last card that we have is heart-to-heart conversations. So this card is saying about, yes, heart-to-heart conversations with your spouse, whether it's long-term or if it's like a new relationship, but also having a heart-to-heart with yourself. Okay, there's going to be some questions during this eclipse season in terms of, you know, what you really love. If there's any insecurities that come up, it's showing us also that having like honest discussions within your heart space. Like, what are you actually good at? And it's, yes, money can come. I'm really good at saving money. I'm really good at investing money. That's all well and good. But what do you, on a deeper level, what is there as well? Because this energy can make us feel very surface. It can make us want more. It can make us want more money, want more nice things, want more of this, want more of that, all these materialistic things. But what do you want on a deeper level? Okay, this card is about honesty, guys. So it actually feels, even though it's a loved one, it actually feels very grounding as well. Like, we're gonna have to ground our thoughts, ground our feelings, to get that inner being that we are all probably deep down afraid. You know, some of us could actually be quite afraid as well to reveal our true thoughts. So, you know, and remember, we're going, the opposite sign to Taurus is Scorpio. So this is about getting really in touch with our emotions. We can also feel during this eclipse season that we have deep, intense emotions coming up. Deep, intense emotions that we've buried, that we know that, you know, if we bring it out, it could erupt. We could show our darker side, should I say, like our side of intensity, our side of obsession, you know, all those darker themes that we have within us. So this can definitely come up. So when it says heart-to-heart conversations, we're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation with ourselves, and there's going to be lots of other deeper emotions that's going to be coming up that we're going to have to work through and deal with during this eclipse time. So yes, those were like the general energies for this eclipse. Like I said, even though it was love, there's also some other deeper meanings that's going to be happening for this. The one of the essential oils that I personally love to use, especially because it's Taurus. Again, you guys know me and lavender are best friends, but also essential oils like ylang ylang, and a grounding oil like cedarwood, which is really good. It actually helps with sleep. It helps ground the hormones, ground the emotions. Ylang ylang also brings out a sort of like warmish feeling, should I say, in order for us to connect to like the divine feminine that we all have within us. And, you know, some of you may be feeling quite tired during this eclipse because of the emotions that come up. So, you know, oils like lemon, which is very good for energy. I also love using orange because it's really good to be centering yourself and for the creativity. Like the sacral chakra might be playing, might be wanting to be heightened during this time. I'm also being drawn to lime as well, which is really good. It gives you lots of energy. It really smells nice as well. So those are like my, obviously, disclaimer, you know, check with your practitioner before you use essential oils, anything new. But yeah, those are like what I'll personally use, and you know, if you guys feel free to use that too. So guys, let's get to the signs. So let's start off with Taurus, because you know, Taurus, you are the star of the show. It is your birthday season. It is a brand new time, a brand new season. Now, Taurus, I've changed things up a little bit. Some of you may feel a little bit confused because some of you may be used to me doing like the moon cards. But I thought, because it's eclipse season, I've got other oracle cards. Now, these oracle cards are numerology and also planet cards. So I've just pulled out these two. My heart was singing for something different. And as we are in eclipse season and as we are in a different time, let's do something different. So Taurus, this is in your first house, okay? And you have the Uranus energy, which is going to be opening you up more to like brand new opportunities, brand new things that could be coming in. During this time also, I feel like obviously your relationships are going to be extremely important, and your belief systems will definitely change. with Uranus being in your sign Taurus, you are shifting into a new paradigm. You know, you are looking at yourself, your work, your love life, your relationships, your beliefs, your, you know, how you view money very differently now. And I think this will definitely be more prevalent during this eclipse season, which lasts for 6 months. All you know and all what you're going to be bringing in within this time is going to be a definite shift and a definite change. I will say some of you Tauruses, it'll be really great to look at what happened in 2012, 2014, and also in 93, 95, because this is where we had the same axis what happened. Some of you may be too young to remember. Some of you may have been teenagers then, or even young adults. But there was a definite shift that happened. With Pluto being in your 9th house, this is going to be bringing things more deeper into your subconscious now. And, you know, some of you, you know, during this eclipse, there's going to be certain themes and beliefs that you guys have been really held on to that's going to be slipping. And this is, again, for your better good. This is going to be opening your mind, opening your heart, but opening your, like, wallet to, like, different possibilities. I feel this is a great time for a lot of you Tauruses also to be, you know, delving into your creativity. This is about seeing what you like, what you love, especially what you love, what you want to create, how you're viewing money, how you're viewing your physical body. This is the time where you're going to be looking at, are you taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental health? How are you looking at your relationships, your relationship to your relationships in general, but also your relationship to yourself? You know, I feel some of you Tauruses are going to do a lot of purging during this next 6 months. So the first card, the cards that you have, Taurus, is karmic completion with karmic completion with Mercury. Okay, so karmic completion this is a very karmatic time, Taurus. This time there could be some people that come into your life, and there's going to be things and people that leave your life, but it's all in karmatic divine tension. But when it says karmatic completion, that means anything that leaves now, it's because, you know, you've learnt lessons about the world, also about yourself. You've also learnt about people and things and material things. You're letting go of it. In order for you to understand what's going on, it's essential to be leaving things that we are feeling comfortable in. So, you know, this time it's going to be feeling like a circle or a cycle that's going to be going on for a lot of you Tauruses, but it's a completion of a cycle. So if anything comes in or anything leaves, it's because something that's left has to come in. Something new definitely has to come back in. And some of these things may actually shock you, but some of these things I feel a lot of you may even, you know, be thinking. Speaking of thinking, with the Mercury card, this card is about how you talk, communicate. This is cards to do with travel as well. This is also about your mind. And, you know, we can't obviously forget, you know, the whole conjunction that we had in your 11th house. So I feel that a lot of you may definitely be communicating more, especially especially if you're surrounding yourself with new people, new groups, new organizations, but you're opening up yourself a little bit more. You're going to be communicating a lot more, communicating, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, also communicating your ideas that you have, like creative ideas. This card is also guiding you, Taurus, to be writing more as well. You know, speaking, of course, but writing more. If you're one of those shy Tauruses, this is actually great to be writing your thoughts. If you're going to be giving a speech, writing before you actually give the speech, so that you just, you know, you don't make mistakes. Also, this is a card of, I feel that this card, some of you may be also thinking of changing a job. So this could be to do with like broadcasting in some way, or even deciding to be a writer or something that's for the public. But these two are very good cards because something is ending, but also your communication is more heightened now. Gemini, this is in your 12th house. So Gemini, with this being in your 12th house, there's going to be, it can actually feel very, I was going to say traumatic, but I do feel it might be traumatic because this is a house of endings. And there's going to be sudden, I feel there's going to be sudden shocks, sudden realizations, but also sudden beginnings that's going to be happening for a lot of you Geminis. Some of you may even really decide that, you know what, I really want to take up a spiritual practice. I really want to take up, I want to be in isolation a bit more, because your thoughts and your mind is going to be buzzing. There's also going to be some themes that come up when it's concerning like finances, joint finances, but also you're willing, some of you may be willing and wanted to transform themes to do with a partnership. And also this is a time, especially with the 12th house, this is a time where hidden fears can definitely come up. So this is great to be working with them, especially if they continuously keep coming up. With Uranus being there too, this can come out of the blue. So some of you could just be, you know, chilling, doing what you're doing. After then you have like a past thought or a past fear or a past trauma that comes up. So this is actually a great house. This is actually a great time to be doing it. Just be mindful, Geminis, that you're trying to work for the better good, because the 12th house is to do with hidden enemies. So there can be, some of you can actually see who's actually working behind your back or working behind the scenes. Or even you yourself could find, you know what, I'm actually sabotaging myself. I want something better for myself, and if I just continue to do this, then nothing's going to be working. So, you know, some of you may even be guided to be, you know, letting go of an old job, a job that you're in, even though you got Jupiter in your 10th house. So some of you may be guided just to, you know, you want to work somewhere different. You want to work somewhere a bit more slower pace, because you're getting, it feels like there's a lot of downloads that's going to be coming up now, Gemini. But this is definitely a house of letting go. This is definitely a house of taking it slow, lots of sleep. Your dreams can be flashes of insights into your dreams as well. Some of you may be feeling much more tired. You may not feel as ambitious as well. So really work with that energy that's coming up. And the first card, the cards that you have is the Moon with personal growth. So the Moon is about, you know, emotions. It's about how you emotionally respond to things. It's about sensitivity. It's also about subconscious. So you're gonna be, let's just be honest, Gemini. This is a time of sensitivity. Okay, the Moon, especially the 12th house, it's a very sensitive time. You're going to be feeling things on a deeper level, more than you wish to feel. You know, your mind you may feel your mind's playing tricks on you, but it's only because the emotion is actually taking over. This is actually a good thing, Gemini, because you're going to be emotionally aware about your surroundings, about people as well. You could find yourself a much more psychic during this solar eclipse too. It's also about personal growth. So, you know, whatever you're feeling and whatever's leaving is about personal growth. You're going to be going into a different realm. Personal growth is actually a spiritual card. It's actually a card of your intuition. It's also actually a card of your higher sense, the higher realms. So really look deeper into what's actually being said, into actually what's been going on, because this time, because it's the 12th house, things can be quite misty. Look about what's, you know, really look. It's a great time to really look, Gemini, and to listen to what's going on in your career, because I feel there's going to be lots of changes that's going to be happening. And you're going to also be guided during with this moon card and the personal growth card to know what to leave and what to stay in. And I do feel, yes, your career is going to play a big part, but also your subconscious, the sensitive part. And also if you are willing to do like a spiritual practice with meditation, using tarot cards, this is going to be giving you lots of answers as well, which actually gives you personal growth. Cancer, this is in your 11th house. So all the water signs, obviously Scorpios may find it a little bit challenging, but like Pisces and Cancers, Capricorn and Virgos, you guys are really going to benefit. But for Cancer, this is in your 11th house, and this is a lovely time to be feeling a bit more confident, to be surrounding yourself with certain groups and organizations. This is going to be a time where I feel a lot of you are going to be making a lot of gains, because if it's going to be, because this is between 10 to 15 degrees, and if any of you Cancers have that Sun, Moon or Rising, it's going to be sextiling you. It's going to really benefit you. So this is I feel that things are going to be more opened up to you now. If things felt really slow, which I believe that it did, especially with the eclipses that happen in Gemini and, you know, Sagittarius, now things are being opened up to you. And that's because you've done a lot of work for the past 2 years. And, you know, if it feels like if you've wished on a star, Cancer, it's now going to be, there you go. I feel so happy for a lot of you Cancers, because, you know, it feels like gains are going to be made, not only with this full moon, because of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in your 9th house. This is broadening your mind. So you are going to be surrounding yourself with different groups and organizations who speak a different language, who, you know, who are probably from faraway places. You know, I feel there's be lots of communication on the internet. I feel some of you are going to be, you know, if you are like a writer, and I say writer a lot, but I feel we're going to see a lot of Cancers coming through who are writers. But, you know, you can actually get like a great editor from a friend who knows a friend. This could be really sudden. Remember, Uranus is involved. There can be some shocks. I feel some of you can actually get some shocks within a group, learning about certain secrets that could be happening. Some of you could also be working through any traumas that you have with a group or even friendships as well, and this can now start to disappear. You know, some of you may be making friends with certain people, and you may feel that, oh, we're getting too close too quick, and, you know, and it's mostly just to do with like past hurts. So I feel that some of this you'll be working with now, i.e. being more open, but also it could be working with a counselor, or you could be talking to like these new friends about, you know, if they find you a bit, you know, a bit standoffish, you can just, maybe a lot of explaining that you're going to be doing. But still, this is great for wishes. This is great for, you know, if you have a wish, this is great for manifestation. This is great for social media. So if you've put in out anything on social media, Cancer, this can now go, you know, not only will it go viral, but it will travel. It's really up to you. When anything sextiles you or any benefits you, you still have to put the work in. Even though things will come easily for you, it's still about putting the work in, Cancer. So yeah, but again, there's going to be some shocks that come along. Some of you could, you know, a friend from the past could definitely come back. Or, you know, you may be aligning yourself with certain people that may have shocking views, you know. So just know, because it's a karmatic time, there's things that's going to leave, there's things going to come. So you may be guided to leave an old group, and you may be leaving old friends that may be hurtful, but at the same time, new things are coming too. So the cards you have is moderation with Venus, okay? So everything in moderation, Cancer. Although it's going to be a very busy time, you're going to be very excited about the new goals and dreams and aims that's going to be happening. Remember also, going back to the Neptune-Jupiter conjunction in your 9th house. The 9th house is about moderation. So, you know, you could overdo it during this time. You could overdo it by meeting too much people. You could overdo it by cutting people out. You could overdo it by being over emotional. There's a lot of overdoing it here. So it's just balancing. This time is about balancing. You got Venus card, which is about beauty, success, indulgence. I feel some of you may actually be meeting people who are quite Venus orientated, Libra, Taurus. It's a time that you may be surrounded by beautiful people, beautiful things. You may be deciding you want to actually beautify yourself now a little bit more. Some of these people could actually be showing you different types of like beauty products, or, you know, I just feel that it feels very much a beautifying time, because there's things that are leaving, but there's things that are actually coming. But the card of moderation is just, you know, just looking at things for what it is, not going too far, because you don't want to really burn yourself out. But I do think it's a very busy time for a lot of you. And also with this Venus card as well, is about creativity. To really, you know, some of you Cancers can actually get quite lost with all this whole groups and humanitarianism work and protests, and, you know, but really hone your skills, hone your creativity, hone your talent, because, you know, I get it, Cancer, when you're around new people that are like aligning with you, you can just forget about your actual goals. So really hone your goals and dreams and aims, because it will definitely carry you far. And yeah, get creative, Cancer, because you're a very creative person. Hello, Leo. This is in your 10th house. So this is like the high house. You're going to be feeling this, especially, you know, you Leos that are 10 to 15 degrees. Some of you Leos during this time, because you've got Uranus involved, there's going to be sudden realization, sudden beginnings, sudden endings within your career. Some of you Leos, I feel, are going to be more famous now, which is not new, because, you know, you guys are, you know, you guys naturally are famous people. So some of you could actually really climb the career ladder. You're really finding like where your self-worth is in terms of like your job, what you're actually good at. Some of you could actually be getting, during this solar eclipse, there could be like new people coming into your life that can actually help your career. So it could be a new boss, they could promote you. This could also be, you know, a supervisor. Some of you could actually get promoted as a supervisor. Some of you may be guided to be like, obviously being creative as well. But also there could be a loss in terms of like you leaving a job, or there could be like changes within like the whole job sphere. And also, you know, I feel that your relationships are going to be playing a big part in this. I feel whatever decisions that are going to be made, Leos, is definitely to do with a relationship, but also definitely to do with like your happiness. Whenever the solar eclipse is in the 10th house, yes, it is the highest house, but also it's the house that could lead to, again, big opportunities, but also could lead to sudden changes that happen that we cannot control. So if anything happens now, Leo, that we can't control, it's supposed to be. And some of you may, I'm feeling some of you may have a lot of like control issues going on during this time. But see this, Leo, as a brand new start, a brand new beginning. And yes, there's going to be some frustrations that happen, because things can happen so quick and so fast. And also, you know, you got Saturn, which is in your 7th house, which is going to be putting your relationships to like the forefront as well. But also this is about organizing yourself, Leos. You know, if you know, during this time, there may be more responsibilities that you have. So this is really about organizing yourself. This is also to do with like taking care of your health, your mental health as well. You know, this will be actually great for doing like a physical fitness, just to help with any stresses or strains that could be coming during this solar eclipse, sorry. So the cards that you have is self-love with Uranus. So the self-love is because you're ruled by the heart, Leo. So the self-love card is taking care of that heart space, taking care of yourself. You know, yes, you know, we've been in lockdown for 2 years, and some of you may, you know, have just dressed down a bit. Now it's time to really take care of your appearance. Or now some of you are being guided to think, okay, what can I do to spruce myself up? You know, because some of you could be bogged down within your career, or because of promotions that come. Really take care of yourself. Like I said before, self-care, but also know your worth. This card is definitely about know your worth. So if you're getting promoted, which I feel a lot of you are, and a lot of you are going to be seen, show that confident side. Tell that boss, this is what I'm worth. Don't be afraid. This is about, you know, you're really good at your job. You're a very hardworking person. So do that. Show that. And with the Uranus card, it's about sudden change. It's about enlightenment and awakenings. So some of you who are unsatisfied, some of you may get this realization that you're not really satisfied within your job and your career or your relationships or the routines that are happening. So the Uranus card is about sudden change. So whatever you're thinking and whatever you're saying will be very different now, Leos. You know, I feel you're going to be shocking not only yourself, but you're going to be shocking a lot of people. You know, you may be one of those Leos that are very dependable, and one day you just say, I'm just not doing this no more. There's something that I'm not really enjoying. I'm not really loving. So I'm going to do something that I love. And it's going to really shock people. So the self-love and the Uranus card is going to be showing you that, yes, you know, it's all well and good. Your career is going to be taking like the forefront, but what you love and what changes that need to come, it has to be in order for you to be content, in order for you to be happy. Virgo, this is in your 9th house. So you are going to be benefiting now, Virgos. I feel a lot of you are going to be very happy. You know, obviously there's some crazy, there's still a bit of misty fog, you know, with coming out of this. Well, it's going to be for the next 13 years. You know, you and Pisces are like the stars of the show with this conjunction that's happened. But now there's this like new portal, this eclipse portal that's opening within your 9th house, which is to do with your belief systems, faraway places, people, publishing, the law, languages as well, higher learning. Big open portal now, Virgos. I feel you guys are going to be feeling, this is a feeling energy. I'm feeling that, okay, I've done all the groundwork now, but I think I've been, you know, this is energy of I'm thinking of doing this, but now I'm going to have to do it. If I don't do it, that means I've wasted all my time. And I feel some of you have obviously prepped. There's a lot of prepping. If it's not mental, if it's not hand prepping, it's more mental prepping for this new beginnings to come. Because Uranus is involved in this, there could be masses, I'm just thinking masses of opportunities that come through different people, places, faraway places, of course. Realization that I'm going to learn this language because it's actually going to benefit me in the long run. I'm going to be surrounded, I'm going to be, you know, talking to these certain people who I've never even envisioned that I'll talk to in my life. Some of you may decide to change your, like, sudden changes of doing something completely different. Some of you may decide that you want to be a teacher with a lower paid job. You want to like help people that are underprivileged in a different country. Some of you may decide you want to be a lawyer or a judge. You really want to help people that are, again, underrepresented. Some of you may decide you want to work within law because, you know, this is about, you know, because 9th house is to do with like race and other people. It's also to do, you know, some of you may decide you want to write because, you know, publishing, you want to publish certain of your works. It's like a multitude. Your mind is just opening up to all these possibilities. And it's going to come very quick, Virgos. So I feel during this time, it's really great to, again, structure what you want, because these can come very quickly. Some of you can get a little bit confused because of all these opportunities and inspirations that you're going to be getting. It's great to structure. It's great to actually even speak to, like, if you're in a relationship, you know, just open up more to with your partner as well. Some of you also may be guided that you want to really transform in a way that's quite creative. You know, this is a time where, you know, your relationships are going to be taking not a back seat, a seat next to your goals and dreams, but also a time of having a little bit of fun as well. This is the time of having a bit of fun with your creativity. If you've got children as well, they could be also be extremely helpful as well. But yeah, it just feels really magical for a lot of you. Just be mindful that you just don't take on too much, because you can get very overwhelmed. And remember, the ninth house is about the higher mind. So, and it's all about the future. So it's really great that a lot of you Virgos are thinking of your future, especially if you want to learn new language or changing like your job. You're taking things a bit more seriously. A lot of you are also viewing the world much more seriously. So it's actually great that you're going to be changing, but trying to take on too much. The cards you have is manifestation with Mars. So the ninth house is a house also of manifestation, because the Sagittarius house, it's your cousin house, okay, or your brother or your sisterhood house, because it's a mutable house. So whatever you're manifesting, I feel a lot of you definitely have to put work in again, because this is trining you. So if you're like a Virgo, which is like 10 to 15 degrees, this will definitely trine you. But this card is about, you know, tangible results that can come through hard work, tangible results that can come through, you know, putting the work in, but putting your mind. Your mindset is going to be very strong. So manifestation is very strong now. It's like whatever you're thinking, Virgo, it can come. Whoever you're thinking about, it can come as well. Whoever you are, you know, because also this, I feel that some of you may even be, you know, just like I said, having fun, but there could be some people from the past that can be coming up, or even not just from the past, but from far away places, especially if you're single as well. So you may be thinking of, you know, certain things, certain people, and they just reappear, or they can contact you on social media, or they may be thinking you want to write, and you just start writing, you start putting your work out there, and it just travels to certain countries, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that these people are looking at my work. And so it's really great if a lot of you have like a blog, if some of you have like a social media site, because anything you're going to be writing or putting out there, it will travel. And you got the Mars card, which is about physical energy, drive, strength, and light in spirit. So again, because this is a ninth house, this is great for physical activity. Mars is about physical, the body. It's ruled by Aries. So this is great to be taking up a sport, taking up a, you know, workout regime. If you are doing a workout regime, you may be changing it as well. This is the house of change. But also you're going to have a lot more drive. You're going to have more strength. It also feels like you're going to be healing yourself more as well. Mars is to do with the muscles. So just be very mindful that you don't burn yourself out. Because, you know, some of you guys can get very overwhelmed, and you know, when you're working out, you can just go too much. So mind you don't injure yourself. But these cards are saying a lot of physical manifestations come in. You know, you're going to be, I feel that you're going to be more physical, mentally, obviously, physically as well. I feel a lot of you are going to have more drive as well to really go for your goals, really set your goals, and really show more confidence. Confidence is definitely going to be here for a lot of you Virgos, regardless of what Saturn's saying, but also what the conjunction's saying. These will actually help you as well, Virgo. So obviously use those, because Saturn's giving you that, you know, structure, and also the conjunction is going to be helping you in terms of like contracts and your relationships. So yeah, very ambitious time, Virgo. Hello, Libra. This is in your 8th house, very deep house, a time of emotional, time of joint finances, debts, loans, taxes, inheritance. Some of you could actually come into all these, some of you could actually gain inheritance now, but obviously the flip side of it was, because Uranus is involved, this is going to be showing, there could be some shocking paperwork that you guys need to be doing, but also there could be debts that can definitely come up that you guys may be working through, paying off. I feel some of you could actually just pay it off very quickly. Some of you could actually get help with paying off any debts or loans that you have. This is also to do with fears. You know, fears are going to be playing a big part in this. Some of these fears could definitely be coming up due to that past. Could be about your family. Could be something to do with like the home, your roots as well. But I feel that once you work through all of these things, whether it's like your joint finances or fears or any loans and debts or inheritances, these things, some of these things could be, again, I feel some of you can get a lot of help, but also I feel some of you can be working through it to, you know, make sure your life is a little bit better. Because once we clear certain things out, Libra, we need to work on like the deeper issues. And again, some of these issues also, I feel this can be very much an emotional time for a lot of you, because things may continuously, again, like Gemini, continuously be coming up. And some of you may be guided to just want to push it down, just want to carry on, hang out with your friends, dress nice, go out to restaurants and bars. But even then, I feel some of you may be feeling sort of like isolation. This, I feel, will actually benefit you because, you know, this is Taurus and this is your sister or brother house. You know, you and Tauruses get on very well, even though you have, you know, one's more material, but one is more about communication. But still, it's Venus. So I feel that you guys can be open up yourself more, open up your heart more, be more emotional. This is the house of transformation. This is also the house of death and rebirth. This is a house of birth as well. So there could be new, you know, there could be a birth that's happened, like a birth of a new project. This could be a birth of a child. This could be a birth of a spring awakening within you. There could be also a birth of you, you know, seeking, you know, having therapy, doing like occult work. I feel a lot of you are going to, this is a time of being more spiritual, be more spiritually aligned with things that are buried underneath. This definitely to do with like money and resources. So some of you, if you feel that you're being very controlling in any way when it's concerning money and resources or your partners, this is a time to really work through it. This is a time of deep psychological, Libra. So, but I feel that some of you are going to be more open to this now. So the card you have is Love with Pluto. And the 8th house is a Pluto house. So love is about showing, open up your heart more to love. Some of you may be feeling quite insecure during this eclipse season, this eclipse time for the next 6 months. Insecurity is only because of only because of the past, only because of not feeling that you're worthy or loving yourself enough. But now you're going to be showing, now you're going to be feeling, actually, me burying, me not thinking or feeling, it's actually making me just not be more connected more to my heart. This card is also about, it's like the Lover's card. So it's about being in contact with the heart and the mind, but also in your relationship, Libra. This is great to be open up in your relationship. Some of you, you know, because you generally, Libras are very surface people. They like to talk and communicate, but now it's talking about the deeper things. And, you know, love is, I feel you're going to feel more of a deeper love now. With the Pluto card, which is the house that you're in, is about transformation. So it's taking a big leap forward and having a rebirth. This is like the phoenix that's rising. So there's going to be things during the next 6 months that's going to really transform you, Libra. Like I said, of all these themes, when it's concerning like rebirthing yourself, transforming yourself, whether it's new things coming into your life, whether it's a birth of a new project, a birth of all these brand new things, because I feel this is very much an old you that's dying away for a new you that's being rebirthed. But there's also going to be things that are going to be opening your eyes more. So don't be surprised if a lot of you Librans start to do like more like tarot work or doing more astrology, spiritual work like meditation. This is about going to like the higher vibrations of yourself, because the 8th house is not an easy house. It can also be a time where, you know, emotions can get very intense. Emotions, you know, they could be not necessarily moodiness, but just emotionally intense. So some of you may shut yourself off a bit because you don't know how to say what the deep intensity that is coming up. But you've got 6 months for this, Libra, and you know you're going to be coming out of it very different. Okay, so that's you, Libra. Scorpio, this is in your 7th house. So this solar eclipse is going to be a tremendous one. It can feel quite turbulent for a lot of you because there's going to be so much deep emotions that's going to be coming up. There's so much emotions that's going to be building within you. I feel some of you may even want to like be breaking free. A lot of conversations are going to be had. This is a deep transformative time. You know, you out of all the fixed signs are going to feel this the most. And yes, lots of changes coming for a lot of you Scorpions. For a lot of you Scorpions, you know, changes, you know, some of you may be resisting change in some way, especially if Uranus being there. But this is going to definitely transform you. This is going to transform your views and how you view relationship, how you view things to do with yourself as well. There's also, you know, you got some, obviously you had the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which was in your 5th house. So this is going to be bringing you lots of fun and creativity. So some of you may decide that you may want to break free from a relationship. You want to have a bit more fun. You want to have more freedom. You just want to be more creative. Some of you may even be building bridges during this time, or having this chance to be building bridges with your relationships. This is also to do with contracts as well. So business contracts could be coming up. There could be things, there could be an old work associate that's coming out of your life, or even a business associate, but there's something else that's going to be coming back in. Obviously, watch what's going on, because the 7th house is to do with open enemies, but there can also be some paranoia that comes up. Like your mind could, you could feel like your mind is actually playing tricks on you as well. You could be hearing things, but not actually hearing it. And, you know, with Uranus being there, sudden urgencies and sudden changes and sudden bursts of freedom could be coming. There could be shocking proposals. There could be shocking separations. There could be you getting closer in a relationship, business or personal. So these things are definitely coming up for a lot of you Scorpions now. And the cards that you have is, ooh, relationship change with Uranus. Oh my God. So these are actually like what I was just talking about. So this is about sudden changes that are coming in. You're going to be having an awakening and an enlightenment. Let's do this, let's do that. Oh, I want to end this, I want to do that. Or, you know, even like your mind, you can have sudden, you know, like psychic abilities could be coming up. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. When it says relationship change, the relationship change could be for the better. It could actually be for your better self. It could be, you know, it could actually feel worse at this time. I also feel with these cards as saying there could be a mourning of a loss, or mourning of an old you. Because even though it's in your 7th house, it's still connected to your 1st house. So there's going to be physical changes within you Scorpions now. And these cards are just saying, just try to be just try to be open to what's going to be coming, because things are going to be coming. They could come on the day, or they can come in 6 months' time, until we have actually, you know, you could actually start seeing the changes when we have the lunar eclipse, which is in your 1st house. So Uranus and the relationship changes. In the beginning, it can feel, some of you could, you know, have to really get grounded with it, understand the changes that are happening, but also, you know, this is also great for definitely communicating more Scorpions. I feel that communication is going to be, again, key. Some of you may be keeping things a bit secret. You know, if you're not happy, it's about communication, even if it does feel really tense or intense. this can change things. If things are stale at the moment, or if you're feeling things are not moving forward, this is a time where you and your partner are going to have to communicate. And also, this is about your happiness, like Taurus, about your happiness. So if you're not happy in a situation, there's going to be changes that comes. So it's really strange that you had the Uranus and relationship change. It's also about relationship with yourself, Scorpio. So there's lots of changes coming, and I feel a lot of them will be positive at this time. Sagittarius, this is in your 6th house, okay? So this is a house of routines, your work, health, fitness, you know, daily routines. And, you know, with Uranus being there as well, this is going to be shaking things up, changing things up. So now is the time, Sagittarius, for you to be, you know, if things have been a bit, you know, if you've had really good intentions, Sagittarius, and it's not been panning out well, you're going to be finding that time now. There's going to be this realization. Some of you may decide that you want to like change like your job as well. This huge realization of, actually, I don't really want to work there no more. Things are just becoming a bit boring, a bit stale. Even though, you know, it may feel very comfortable. You may feel very stable, like financially stable. But there's going to be a realization that, you know, things are just, you know, you're not getting as much inspiration as you usually would. And also this is to do with your work colleagues as well. And, you know, I feel that some of you actually want a bit more fun. You want fun in your work life. You want fun. You know, maybe some of you may be feeling that you want to make new friends. You know, with you, Sagittarius, you're not the most, you know, you're not a conservative sign. You're a sign that even though they do like to work, they like to have fun, they do like to socialize. So if you are, I feel that a lot of you are seeking to have a job change, especially if you want to change where you're working. The atmosphere might be a bit boring. This is a great time to be working somewhere that's really creative, that people are aligning with you. You know, they're sharing the same goals and aspirations as you. So, and also this, I feel some of you may want to like build within this group, an organization too. And also this is obviously to do with your health as well. So if there are changes that are going to be happening within a job, you know, you could, some of you actually, because you're a fitness sign anyway. So this could be like maybe working in the gym or working like in the fitness arena. This is to do with like your health as well. So there's going to be new goals that you guys are going to be setting. Some of you may not be feeling as fit or healthy. So this is actually great to be setting like this new like intentional regime, to be, you know, doing like a workout that is going to be sustainable in the long run, not necessarily just for fun. It's going to be like, it's going to actually make you want to get up in the morning and, you know, work out. So, you know, I feel some of you are going to be changing like what you're eating, changing what your workout, changing like your whole, like the whole general routine. And also some of you could be changing doctors as well. Want to be going to this more like holistic route, not popping too much, you know, just changing like your whole regime. You know, if you find yourself taking too much pills, for instance, for your health, you may get like a new doctor who gives you just, you know, one pill. It's like, it just helps everything within the body. I feel a lot of you may want to cleanse as well. This is a time of deep cleansing. So you guys may be guided to like, you know, drinking more water, for instance, having lemon in the water, things like that. So you're starting afresh, you're starting new. And the cards that you have is Jupiter, wow, with the happy ending, and you're ruled by Jupiter. So this is about confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck, and happy ending. So physical changes are definitely happening, Sagittarius, and You know, this is going to be a cleansing time. This is going to be a time where you're going to be enlightened to, oh, I want, you know, I want something more fun. I want something more pleasing. I want to be able to get up in the morning and really enjoy going to work, working with fun people. And for a lot of you are going to be gaining luck if you are going to be changing something physically, whether it's a new workout regime, a new doctor, doing more holistic grounding things for your body. You're going to have a good luck as well. I feel that your vibrations are going to be rising too. This also does raise vibrations. So actually a really good time for a lot of you Sagittarians to be taking care of yourself. And the card of happy endings is, there's going to be a happy ending to it. In the beginning, it might feel a bit like a thunderbolt lightning happening, but in the end, it's going to be a happy ending. And that's really good, because a lot of you Sagittarians are very naturally optimistic anyway. So if you're not feeling optimistic during this time or next 6 months, optimism will come, and also a happy ending. Capricorn, this is in your 5th house. Lovely, lovely house, Capricorns. So Capricorn, this is a time of, again, new beginnings, but also some shocks coming along. Again, I feel a lot of you are going to really be transforming, because the 5th house is about fun, joy. It's also about, you know, financial speculation. It's also to do with fitness as well. It's also to do with kids and creativity. So you guys may be, this is a time where I feel a lot of you Sagittarians will be like, okay, let's get to it. You know, I've got the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, my 3rd house, which is bringing me inspiration. And also I'm going to be feeling a bit different, thinking a bit differently now. You know, my intuition's very much on point. Some of you may go into a relationship or just dating. Yes, kids can come. You know, I think a lot of us tarot astrologers have always said it. This can happen because Uranus is involved. It can be very, you know, shocking to your system, because it's a new responsibility, which you guys are very much open to. But also, you know, if you do have kids as well, this is about inspiration. There can be also some new things that come up with your kids, that they could get like be seen more, for instance, for their creative endeavors. Or even you yourself, Capricorns, could be transforming like your creativity in a way that brings in more money, brings in more fame. I feel a lot of you are going to be very visible, because this is going to be really benefiting like you in Cancers, Virgo and Pisces. So, you know, get your creative spirit on. You know, some of you may even be guided to change how you dress. I feel a lot of you may be a bit more daring, say what you think, mean what you say. You know, changing your hairstyle in some way, changing like your clothes, being a bit more confident and not being shy. I feel a lot of confidence will definitely come up. But again, because Uranus is here, it's going to be shocking you. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a shock as well, because you're going to be shocking people. But yeah, but it's also, see it as it's going to be transforming you, Capricorn, in a major way. You know, you've got a lot of nice planets, which is guiding. You've got Saturn in your 2nd house, which is going to be, you know, it could stabilize your finances as well. But this is definitely to do with creativity, Capricorns. So as long as you're listening to your intuition, because that will guide you with creativity. If some of you are looking to have fun in a relationship, you can now have fun. You may meet someone that has like Uranus energy. They could be brightening up your day, showing you something different as well, or even your kids as well. But again, creativity. So the cards that you have is Music and Neptune. Beautiful cards, Capricorn. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Because this card, especially, first I'll talk about the music card. I feel that music's going to be playing a big part in this, Capricorn. If any of you guys are writers, painters, doing poems, put some music on, because this may take you back to how you used to be. It could take you back to when you used to have a lot of fun, before you were bogged down with a lot of responsibility, which you guys don't mind. But music will guide you. Music will inspire you. Music will make you feel. Music will bring back memories. And with the Neptune card, you have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in your third. So this is about fantasies, yearnings. This is going to be bringing longings, but also, obviously, it can be some delusion, but a lot of illusion. I feel like your mind and your spirit and your mind and your spirit is going to be a bit more ethereal, okay? And even how you're presenting yourself, Capricorn, it could be very much an ethereal side that you're going to be showing someone. If you're on the dating scene, this is a great time to be opening up your mind to people that are very different to you. You know, I feel that there can be a lot of people now, Capricorns, that can come into your life and really inspire you in some way. And if, you know, if this is about starting a family or starting like a new creative project, you're going to be transformed, you're going to be changing. You know, you've got Pluto, which is in your first house, which is actually helping this, you know, which is actually really helping this, you know, partial solar eclipse. So this is going to transform you very deeply. You're not going to forget this in a hurry. So really work with this, Capricorn. You know, you have 18 months. And yeah, I feel there's going to be a lot of good things coming for you guys. So, you know, music with the Neptune card are beautiful cards for you. I would not be surprised if I see a lot of Capricorns being out there or even on social media, because they're the ones that are going to be heralding like a new change when it comes to, you know, creativity and, you know, music and all the art things. Obviously, Pisces is helping, but, you know, you are a very stable sign. So whatever you're putting out there, whatever you're going to be doing, know that it's for the long run. Aquarius, so you're one of the signs that's really going to be feeling this, Aquarius. This is a time that's this is in your fourth house. You got Uranus there as well. And, you know, I feel a lot of your Aquarians are going to be, this is a sensitive time, very much a sensitive time. Even though you have Saturn, which is in your first house, this is going to be structuring and stabilizing you. But also, like, the heart, mind, and soul is calling for home. It's calling for you to be in contact with your feelings and emotions. And with Taurus being in your fourth house, this is going to be showing it even more. I feel some of your Aquarius will get very honest, but also very, very, like, if it's time to like really fix the home in some way, like decorate the home, you're going to be doing it. With Uranus, which is your sign, there could be some shocks that come. So if there's like, I don't know, paints that is, you know, things that need to be painted, things that need to be fixed, it's going to be calling your attention. Some of you may also be guided to just up stakes and just move. Some of you may want to move to another country, or move closer to like your parents, or just move closer to like a, you know, home that you used to live in when you were younger. It can happen. Some of you may be really delving deeper into like your history, like your family, your roots. You could be discovering something quite shocking as well. But also, there can be also a big secretive element. Some of you Aquarians may find out secrets, delve into secrets as well. This is about genealogy. So, you know, some of you may decide that you want to also, you know more about like your, you know, your great grandparents, for instance, and just try to understand yourself more. But again, I do feel it's a very much a sensitive time for a lot of you Aquarians. And, you know, on the outside, you may project that everything is fine. But on the inside, there's going to be some yearnings and leanings to like really get to know like the inner you. And, you know, I feel some of you may be want to be spending more time with family instead of just friends all the time. Because, you know, obviously this is to do with your, you know, with Taurus being there, it's stabilizing things. So this is about putting roots down in somewhere that you can call home. And if you have a family as well, instead of just constantly moving, you want to stabilize it. I do also feel that, you know, friends can definitely play an important time coming as well. You know, some of you may be, you know, sharing things, discussing things, even getting more closer, obviously with family, but I feel some of you may be getting closer to people who you consider friends. You know, I feel that also like your goals and dreams are going to be definitely changing, because it's not going to, some of the goals and dreams you have, it may not be aligning a lot of Aquarians with what you want for your future. So this will be changing. Some of your friend groups could definitely change as well, because things are more sensitive. It's more of a sensitive time. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of Aquarians just getting a bit more emotional, a bit more sentimental in a way, about yearnings for the past, because this is definitely to do with the past. So the card that you have is the Sun and Nature. So the Sun card is going to be highlighting what needs to be done, what needs to be said, what needs to be felt. Okay, this card is saying about immortal spirit, purpose, and destinies involved. So this can definitely feel like a bit of a karmatic destiny time. It's also feels like a yearning, like come home, let's do this, let's talk about this, let's feel this. It's gonna be really impacting you in a big way. And with the Nature card, you know, it's about, some of you may be guided to move towards nature, or if some of you may want to move towards, you know, the sea, which some of you may be considered nature. But the Nature card is also about being grounded, because remember, we're talking about Taurus here, and Taurus is a grounding sign. So if there is going to be a change within the home, it's about making the home your home, but also it's going to be stabilizing you. Okay, but it's still an emotional time for a lot of you Aquarians. And, you know, there's going to be lots of changes that are going to be happening. And I feel some of you may be open to these changes. Some of you may be quite resistant, but regardless, change is going to be coming. Pisces, this is in your 3rd house. Now, all of the signs, you know, since Uranus has been in Uranus has been Taurus since 2018, a lot of you Pisces are definitely going through a change. You know, I feel that your mindset is not, it may not be feeling as, obviously Uranus being there is going to speed things up, and it's going to be giving you lots of downloads and intuition, but I feel that some of things a little bit slower. And I feel this actually really good for a lot of you Pisces, because during this partial lunar eclipse, you know, a lot of downloads I feel can come, because Uranus is there, but also a lot of, I feel a lot of you are going to be really yearning, because the 3rd house is to do with how we communicate. It's to do with writing, speaking, the media. I feel a lot of you Pisceans are, there's going to be like a lot of changes coming, but also there's going to be a lot of communication. Also feels like there's things that a lot of you Pisces actually wished for and spoken about, or even written about, and I feel it can come. And it may be, some of you may have done it during manifestations, or just daydreamed about, or even spoken about with like friends or family, with brothers and sisters. But it feels like these wishes are definitely coming true. Okay, because, you know, Venus rules your 3rd and also rules your 8th house. And the 8th house is to do with like transformation. The 8th house is also to do with like occult. It's a very psychic house. It's a Scorpio house. So if you've wished, or especially if you've wished or manifested something really hard, Pisces, I feel between the 3 to 6 months, it can now happen. There's going to be lots of like mental and physical changes going to be happening. And this can shock a lot of you. Remember, we have the conjunction, which is in your sign for the next 13 years. It happened, you know, a couple of days ago. So it's going to be shocking you. Regardless of this eclipse or not, because of this conjunction, Pisces, it's going to be heralding a 13-year change. So it does feel like whatever you, be careful what you wish for, because it can definitely happen. So if you've wished for, you know, positivity and a new job, or a new this, a new that, a new career, I feel that this can definitely happen. But again, it's about putting the work in, because your mind is very powerful. I feel also a lot of you will be more so in contact with like your siblings as well. Any drama that's happened, this can now be smoothed over. And for some of you, maybe also be guided to like move home. You might want to move to another neighborhood. It could be a neighborhood that, you know, if it's noisy, it could be quiet. If it's quiet, it could be noisy. Just be mindful about, you know, traveling, because short distance travel. Just be mindful of how you're traveling, because, you know, Uranus does rule like electricity. So these things you have to be very mindful of, plugs, and, you know, there may be things that need to be fixed as well at home that you have to be really careful about. But definitely the mind, if you guys are, this is a great time to be writing, a lot of writing. This is a great time to be manifesting. This is a great time to be, you know, if you are a creative person, this is a great time to be putting pen to paper. Just know, Pisces, that also another thing I was going to say, that anything that you're going to be doing, you may not see a lot of, again, you can see results happening now, but if you don't see it between 3 to 6 months, remember Saturn's going in your sign. So when Saturn goes into your sign, remember Uranus is still going to be, Uranus is in Taurus, and so is the North Node. So you're going to start seeing tangible results. So it's about doing it now, because the results, if they don't come this year, they will come next year. But, you know, Taurus is actually slowing things down for a lot of you Pisces. So it's actually, for me, during the solar eclipse, it's just saying there's going to be a new change that's happened, a new portal that's opened. But also it's showing you to put the work in, because you know, Taurus is a manifestation sign. It is a sign of money, but it's like putting the work in, even if it's a little by little. Also, another thing, I feel some of you Pisces may even want to like learn a new language, a little bit like Virgos. So, but try not to get too over your head, because Uranus can make you just do too many things at once and you end up doing nothing. It's good to actually try and plan your day, writing down what you want this time and that time. But yeah, I do see a lot of writing going on for a lot of you Pisces, blogging as well, and, you know, writing a book, or some of you may even get like work on social media or even broadcasting. Actually a really good time. And the cards that you have is, Chiron with spirituality. Now, Chiron is an asteroid. It's an asteroid that's about healing. It's about wounds as well. So this card is saying about your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. And it says, and also you've got spirituality. So Chiron, they say traditionally, is ruled by Virgo. Okay, and Virgo is a health sign. It's actually your opposite sign. So this is a time, these cards are just saying to me that a lot of you are going to be, you know, if you've basically, I feel a lot of you are definitely over in your head. This is about taking things a bit slower, but also finding a different way. Because during this time, you know, this is about the third house is about the mental, like the mental health. So some of you could actually be doing some meditation to heal in some way, because there can be thoughts that come up from the past, if it comes up from the past. So some of you could be like doing like the spirituality card, doing some spiritual work during this time, writing down your feelings, writing down your thoughts, because this can also heal you. And when it says about learning remedies, it could be learning a new language, learning a new course, or it could be you just like, you know, doing things to heal your mind, heal your heart, heal your body, heal your soul. So these cards are really good for a lot of you Pisces. You're going to be healing like your mental, but also healing things that you actually want to do, a healing time with spirituality. So it's a great time to be praying, great time to manifesting again, but also be mindful of your, you know, be careful what you wish for, because, you know, these things can actually happen. But this card is also about grounding. Both these cards are saying about grounding yourself as well, because even though the third house is very active for you Pisces, it can also bring up traumas in some way as well. So you're going to be healing yourself, but in a very spiritual way during this time. Hello Aries, last but not least. So Aries, this is in your second house. And what a house it is going to be for you. This is the time that a lot of like great manifestations can come, like finances. This is a time, the second house is about like your self-worth. This is about how you're earning money as well. This is about your savings. This is about what you're eating as well. Your creativity. This is actually a Taurus house. So Some of you Aries could find yourself miraculously feeling quite grounded, you know, with the partial solar eclipse in your second house. Obviously, there's going to be things that are going to be coming in and things that are going to be coming out. I feel some of you Aries going to be working very hard during this time, like working very hard on your career. You know, some of you could be working very hard on your relationships as well. There could be new games that could be coming. If you're a very creative person, some of you may be guided to, like, you know, doing building, working on agriculture. This also could be a job change for a lot of you Aries. Again, there's a realization that's happening that's making you guys, some of you guys may not be feeling as happy as you should. You may be feeling quite stuck in some way. It could be financial. It could definitely be financial. That you find that you feel like your money is not, you know, you're doing more work than actually you're gaining money. So this can herald like a new change, a new job. This could be about promotion. Some of you may be seeking a promotion, more money as well. Some of you may decide you want to work like self-employed or just work in like another company. But, you know, this is about looking at, you know, how you're viewing yourself. It's not about, you know, working for this amount of money. It's about, are you happy? Are you, you know, if you're feeling sad, what can you do to change? And some of you also may be guided to like change what you're eating because you're ruled by the body, the physical body. So some of you may be working out, but like you still feel sluggish in some way. So look at what you're eating. Are you drinking enough water? If you're working really hard as well, you may be feeling really tired. So looking at what you're eating. Some of you may be doing a bit more gourmet meals, like, you know, having 3-course meals a day, or eating like 5 meals, like small meals a day, just to keep your energy up. And yeah, I do feel it's a very creative time for a lot of you. So it's about looking at your skill set, Aries. You know, seeing how you can like really build your skills. And yeah, I feel it does feel very much a grounded time, but again, this is an eclipse. It's not a huge, powerful one. It's a partial one, but still, Aries. I feel there's a very much a serious element that's really coming through for a lot of you, and the cards that you have is Mars with creativity, and the thing is, you're ruled by Mars anyway, Aries. So this is about physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. So my mind, my heart is going to the fit. Is actually, yes, again, I said about the body, but it's actually going to creativity. It's actually going towards creativity because the drive and energy in order for you to, you know, earn what you feel that you're worth is going to be in your creativity. Some of you may be great singers. Some of you may be great writers. Some of you may be great, really good at decorating. Look at your skill set. You know, even if you're working like in a corporate job, but your mind is probably on something else. Your mind is probably thinking, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. And even if some of you are earning a lot of money now, is it making you happy? Is it like making your heart sing? Is it giving you that drive? Because the Mars card with the creativity card is going to be driving you somewhere else, Aries. And you have to listen to that heart, have to listen to that Mars energy that you have. And I feel that once you guys make up your mind, you're going to be moving very fast, or it's going to be moving fast for you. And it's about you just going with it. But again, there's going to be lots of changes happening. Remember, Jupiter is going into your sign as well in May. So this is going to be, you know, you're going to be the star of the show. You're going to be very mouthy. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be very ambitious. You're going to be wanting to start something new. So this solar eclipse is showing you, especially financially, there's going to be a new start. There's going to be a new creative drive, a new energy that's coming through just before Mars goes into your sign. So I feel that definitely you'll be starting to do that now. And why not? It's no better time like the present, Aries. And, you know, yeah, I do feel a lot of you will be doing a lot more self-employed work, or even if you are working, you'll be probably cutting down your hours and working on something that you love and you actually cherish. And also, this is something brand new. So this is something that no one's done before. So very, very fast-paced time for a lot of you Aries. So guys, that was a long video, but I like doing long videos, especially when it comes to like the moons and the eclipses for all of the signs. Thank you so much guys for listening. Feel free to like, share and subscribe and let me know how this eclipse has gone for you. Remember, this is going to be up for probably forever. So feel free to come back. Could be for the next 18 years. You can come back to this. But remember, this lasts for 3 to 6 months. We have another eclipse happening in May. So I'll be putting a video up about that. Also, guys, check out my May videos that I've put for all of the signs, the general for May. And also check out my eclipse energies for 2022 and 2023, where I just talk about like some of the eclipse energies with the Hierophant card and the Death card as well, because those are the two cards we're going to be working with during this eclipse season. But obviously with this eclipse, we're working with the Hierophant card, which is going to be grounding us, but also there's going to be lots of changes that's going to be happening too. So once again, guys, thank you so much for listening, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.